Hey everybody, Jamie from the Marine Doctor's YouTube channel. And this one had us stumped for quite a while. In the end, it turned out to be something that I should have known. I just didn't really listen to what the engine was telling me. Kind of did, but I kind of didn't, and I just kept looking in the wrong spot over and over and over again. So the customer brought this in and it died on the water and wouldn't restart, and it spun over perfectly fine. I think 300-400 RPM is what the starter was spinning it over, and yeah, it wouldn't start. So there were a couple of issues with it inside the FSM that we took care of when it initially came in, because we went after the reference hose that had been incorrectly fixed at another dealership. The low pressure pump, or the lift pump, had failed because it eventually burnt out. And yeah, we chased that, finally got it to run, but the only way we could get it to start was if we jumped this battery. So we kept chasing the battery for a while. We swapped the batteries in and out, put chargers back on, used the booster side of the charger to get this thing to start, and eventually that didn't work either. So what we ended up doing was putting it on the computer and spinning it over, and we'd done this several times already, and we noted that the voltage was dropping to 9.5 and 9.4 volts when the engine was spinning over. So keep in mind, the engine was spinning over fine. There was no click, click, click. There was no drag. There was no nothing. It didn't seem out of the ordinary when this engine was spinning over. I just want to reiterate, it seemed normal. Okay? So our last ditch effort, what we did was we pulled the starter off, this bad boy here, and we put a brand new starter on. Lo and behold, once the new starter was put on, it starts every time. Now, what these are designed to do is if the voltage drops too low, the ignition cuts out. The fuel pumps will continue to run, but the ignition cuts out. So another thing that kind of threw us for a loop is every time we'd put it on the computer and we would test the ignition on the computer, it would work. Right? So we knew that that path was correct. But as it turns out, that starter was drawing too much voltage, dropping too low, and then ECM would turn off the driver for the coils. Just like that, one quick change of a starter, and it's fixed. But yeah, it was reading the data, misinterpreting the data over and over and over again, and we cost this guy, an extra week or two that we shouldn't have. Next time we're going to know that, hey, these starters will do that. It was just really strange and really out of the ordinary for this to kind of take place, because we kept leaning on the batteries, right? We kept checking connections. We kept going through all of that stuff over and over. They're super clean. They're super tight. They're all right, but it was the starter. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully if you run into this problem, it's a no-start situation with the voltage dropping. If it's not the battery and it's not the cables, next place you're going to go, the starter. Thanks.